It's a commonly reported fact that reported crime is on the decrease, but what is on the increase is the sophistication and complexity of those crimes. The use of technology to fight complex crime has been a central feature of this autumn's Police Strategy Forum, held here at the Mariott Worsley Park Hotel near Manchester. Senior delegates from most of the country's police forces are joining with commercial suppliers to explore solutions that can address this challenge.
The real strength of the Strategy Forum is it allows us to have contact with a wide range of interests and policing stakeholders who can assist us in actually developing our systems, adopting new approaches, and again it's that networking as well across other forces just to see what's happening. So it's really a grand opportunity to upskill and raise awareness.
One of the big factors for this conference is the sheer range and diversity of customers who come, all levels, from strategic to operational. So there's a really good mix from the customer side for us to talk to and engage, which makes it personally enjoyable, but equally it means that we can have a conversation which is relevant to each particular customer.
The thing that's getting squeezed is time to talk, time to think, time to test ideas. And you see that at conferences. People are very conscious of the cost. So they want to cram as many speakers as they can in for value for money. And actually the value comes from listening, going away and discussing, thinking. As I say, testing out ideas. And this particular strategy forum is very good for allowing those networking times and actually having some structure around that, so you come out with having gained some insight and it has some purpose.
Certainly my job, normally I tend to deal with more IT related people, and actually it's been brilliant to actually see operational policing and more senior guys that are really feeling the pressures of, you know, the modern day policing.
We really are trying to strive to understand the nature of the changing problems that the forces face. And obviously we have a portfolio of products, including a platform. And I think for us to make sure that that platform is continually fine-tuned and adapted so that it can meet those challenges or help them to do that, then I think it's important for us to try and attend events like this.
It's bringing the requirement of the law enforcement agencies closer to the vendors. So when vendors go and produce the next cycle of the product or services, they produce something which is pertinent, relevant and important to the end user.
We've had the speed dating sessions where we've been able to meet a lot of potential customers and been able to sort of understand what their challenges are and talk to them about our solutions.
Today I've spoken to 2 PCCs, 2 Chief Constables, 3 Deputy Chief Constables. I can carry on. These are senior people who have got, you know, proper business problems and business issues that they want to discuss with us, and they have the forum itself gives us and them the ability to discuss those points openly and frankly.
Being able to meet with these agencies one-on-one as we have for a solid 15 minutes and have the pamphlets that the conference providers have, so that I can already see what the interests are of that agency is a tremendous asset to have that.
If I'm going to work with the private sector, I want to have that new way of thinking. I want to be challenged by people who don't have a policing background, who can say, why on earth are you doing it that way? Have you thought about this? That's why I think the police and the private sector need to work really closely together, because it's about challenging my ingrained thinking. I've been a cop for nearly 32 years. I need to be constantly challenged and constantly reminded that there's other ways of doing things, and I think the private sector has a really important role to play in that.
Nobody comes to a conference like this to make instant decisions about these types of things. They come to explore ideas, and I think it's the right set of people to explore the ideas.
I go to many conferences and often I come away without any benefit having been derived, but in this particular conference I've had a number of really good inputs, and as I said, we're following up on a number of those contacts.
I've been to literally hundreds of conferences and spoken all over the world. This is the end-all be-all conference. I've never experienced the level of intensity and engagement with the customer, potential customer, as I have in this last day than I have my entire 23 years in law enforcement.